just to finish the flirting bit, something that I found on the internet and like I found very common is something called soft liking. That is the idea that you go into the social media of the other person and start liking all posts.
Oh,
Back in the day when I was in high school, that was a no. Like you couldn't do that because that means you were stalking them and like looking at like the old profile and whatnot. Nowadays, that's a good thing. But I have never done it. So, Anna, have you done it?
I'm not. Well, I don't want to say that I'm a stalker.
No. But stalking now is good. Like
So she's
apparently,
done
it's like a
She's
part
done
of
it.
flirting.
No, I mean, I do like to do research. And I'm a curious person. And so far, and actually, there's people that, well, I mean, I don't know if you have ever considered using LinkedIn for that. That's also another
LinkedIn.
tool.
Yeah,
Of course,
I did.
for that. And I would say the opposite. If I'm interested in that person, I will try not to like their post.
Especially the old
Because-
ones, right? Like it
Yeah,
seems
because
very.
that sends a signal. Whenever I receive in my Instagram a notification about somebody liking an old post, I'm not thinking that the person is kind of like interested on the content, but maybe me.
But you're the content. What do you mean?
Oh, yeah, of the product. So, yeah, I could say that. But it's the behavior and how the dynamics around social media is very interesting. I will know that if someone is I mean, I will know for sure that if you're interested in me, you will maybe like an old post. And I will not think that it's creepy. I will think that it's normal. But I will not do it because, well, I'm a scary person. I don't like to. I like to do it in a very old-fashioned way.
You don't like to risk it?
No, I like to play safe. We were even discussing that at the beginning about the phone number. Like I wanted to get someone's phone number, and I for some reason I did not ask the person to give me the number. I actually was not able to. I couldn't find my phone. I mean, I honestly could not see it. I mean, maybe it was my mind that erased the phone or something. That
Was that cute, the guy that you couldn't find your phone?
I took the opportunity and I asked them. I asked him if he could just hold my phone so I can, know what it was. Funny thing, it was on silent mode, so we couldn't. But I got his number now, so that's
Are you
good.
texting him?
No, I'm waiting
For what?
For what?
for my God.
Does he have your number?
Yeah, of
Well,
course.
he has
He rang the phone, so he has the number.
Okay.
He has a number now. So I would say it's a clever way of flirting and also a very I don't want to
I will
say
say guys doesn't get those indirects that well.
Yeah.
Like I will say he doesn't realize that he has your phone.
Yeah, I know.
Like
I mean,
I'm very happy with my conquest. I mean, I got the number. I wanted the number, I got the number. First step, check. Second step, do something with the number.
with the
That's something that the Anna of the future needs to take care of, and I will definitely consider the tips that you guys are giving me, especially the guy's point of view. It's very enlightening.
Yeah. Maybe he's a
That's you.
natural. Maybe he's
Yeah.
a natural like Sebas and doesn't have to flirt anymore. You don't have to flirt anymore.
I mean, that's another level. I mean, we have to hunt. That's a reality nowadays.
Maybe
But-
he'll just text you and be like, "Hey, did you find your phone?" And then you'll be like, "Yeah, I did." And then that's the start of the love story.
Or am I a person that is imitating me, trying to get your information? You can do a word transfer as well.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah, if he wanted, he would.
if he has your phone number and he's interested, he'll definitely be like, "Hey, what's up?" We'll see.
I have a question for Diego. I mean, Diego, if I If I wanted your number and I did what I just told, but you don't know because you are the person that got the number and you have no idea what's going on. But now that you have the number, what would you do?
I don't know if I'm interested. I would text, or I would find like any excuse to text. I think like
Oh,
yeah.
So
that's
I think
interesting. What is the best excuse you have ever invented to talk to someone?
chan chan chan.
Oh, I used to do this like way back in high school when I was like super lame, and I would like text like whichever girl I was interested in, and I would be like, "Oh, I'm sorry, I thought I was texting my cousin." Well, now that we're talking, what's up?
I like it. I like
How
it.
many times do you use that one?
Couple of times in high school. Yeah.
Interesting. Sebas?
And I need to know the ratio. I mean, what is the conversion ratio?
The conversion rate. What is the ROA?
Okay.
What was the question?
What's the best excuse you have created to talk to someone?
I remember this was at the time that I was in high school. So I was about to present like my university exams, like the entrance exams, and the school psychologist, I had a crush on her. So I wanted to get to talk to her, and I knew that she was studying like in the university that I wanted to apply to. So I just like kept going to her office, asking for like study material, and if she would be like willing to help me study for the exam.
That does sound like you, actually. Diego, the best excuse you have created?
I think it's not really an excuse, but I remember when I liked someone, I started following them on Instagram, and then started talking like there. And I always had a phrase like, I don't really use much Instagram, so we can talk by WhatsApp or something like that. And that way, I got their numbers. So yeah,
I
I think
okay.
that one.
Anna is having a realization, I think.
Yeah, it's just that I don't like people asking me for my WhatsApp number. I mean, for me, that's a turn off. Like, I have too many messages. Like, just the idea of opening the phone, the chat message is a nightmare. I prefer other social media like Instagram. I think I'm faster with social media, so
Okay.
at least
Popular
that's
and
Okay, so if anyone is listening, they know what that Anna doesn't like to be asked their phone number. She prefers Instagram. If anyone knows, if everyone wants to know. Um. Anyway, we almost have to go, but I wanted to talk a little bit about crushes. What was your first crush when you were a kid, or like the first moment that you realized, like, oh, he cute, or like she cute?
But I have a question about that. Are we talking about real people?
No,
Or
anything. Like it can be cartoons, it can be anime, it can be real people, anything.
because for me, I was very into Nightwing. I started I started my DC journey because of I don't know if you guys have watched the Titans
Yes.
or or Robin. One of the Robins, he
became Night.
Nightwing.
Yeah. I know who you're
Nightwing
talking
at the
about.
end.
yeah, the
Yeah,
one
I had a crush.
that used to be like in the circus.
Yeah,
Nightwing.
Jason
that one.
or whatever his name was. I know who you're
The
talking
other
about.
the other Robin is like Tim Drake or something.
Yeah.
Mine was Angela. What's her name? Jolie, like Brad Pitt's.
Oh, Angelina Jolie.
Oh yeah, but when she was like Lara Croft from Tomb Raider series. Did you guys ever
Okay.
watch that movie? Yeah, I was like 7, and I was like, oh my god, she's so hot. She like kills people.
I mean, I think she was the crush of half of the world when she came out on that movie.
Lara Croft.
Yeah.
I also played the video game, so but the video game looked like crap, and then you saw her like in person, and
The video game was pixels at that point.
it was like little squares and like triangles. So Lara Croft looked like crap, but then Angelina Jolie, oh my god, she was super hot as Lara Croft for sure.
What about you, Diego? What was your first crush?
I remember she was my first English teacher that I had. I was
Oh,
Yeah, but I was really, really in love with her. I think
And
once
that's
I told her once, but yeah, I was like 7, 8 years old when I discovered love.
aw, that's
Were
and
you
that's
in
the
cute.
love?
reason why he
Were
started
you
learning the language.
were you in love with the teacher?
That's when he started loving English, and he's
Yeah, that was gonna be my follow-up question. Were you in love with the teacher or with the language? That's weird.
No, I was with the teacher first, I think.
Okay.
with the teacher. The love for English came later on. Sebas?
My first crush.
Yeah.
I was like 6 years old. Lived in Bogota. It was a girl from my class. She was called Maria Jose.
Oh, look at that.
Give, give,
He remembers the name.
give us more details. What do you mean?
Let's
What
say
was cool
hello
about
to
her?
Maria
What if she
Jose.
listens this?
So, okay, she had brown hair. She always got her hair like in two little ponytails, and we used to play.
Piggy Tails.
Yeah, yeah. That. I remember that one time I was super excited because I was gonna give her like a pair of gold earrings. My mom worked at a jewelry shop, so I was super super insistent on the fact that I wanted like to give her something for her birthday. So yeah, that was a pretty cute memory. She was my first crush.
That's a natural right there. You see?
Yeah, for sure.
I was definitely
Now
in
I
love.
understand why he doesn't have to make an effort or the dance or anything or whatever.
You're 6 years old and you're like gifted like gold earrings.
Yeah,
That's
that's Riz just there. What was your last crush? Because Mateo is in a relationship now. So what was your last crush before your girlfriend?
my last crush before my girlfriend. Probably my ex-girlfriend. I,
Wow.
Wow,
I
that
was
fast
expecting
that
that.
you move on from one relationship to another?
now, yeah, actually, I used to do that. Like, I would jump from one relationship to another, but then after my most recent relationship, it took me like a year and a half to find another girlfriend, and I didn't really have any crushes until I met my current girlfriend. I guess she's my latest crush. I don't know. Yeah,
That's cute. How did you invite her to go out with you? Because it obviously worked, so it might be a good advice for anyone.
my current girlfriend, she was the
Yes.
one that reached out. She was the one that,
Oh.
yeah, she. There was this one time where we were just like working. So it's funny because she was the one that, like, from my previous job, she was like the recruiter. So she recruited me for the company, and I guess she saw my CV and she was like, I also want this guy to be my boyfriend or
She
something. I don't know.
recruited for you, the boyfriend position too.
LinkedIn,
Yeah,
Oh,
guys.
yeah, she
LinkedIn.
applied
You see?
the Anna's tip, like stalking from LinkedIn to see if it's a good match. Like she learned to
I
convert.
mean,
Definitely. I
I mean,
mean,
it's a trend.
that's what it is.
oh no, it's
Right now,
definitely a trend. It's definitely something that people are doing now. That you will reach out to people that are either in the field that you want to meet people on, or in the tax bracket that you want to meet
oh my
people.
god. How would you know what their tax bracket is? That's not
Depending on which position they have, it's very easy
okay.
to know.
It looks
Like,
like you're an expert, kind of. Okay.
I know
That's
I spend way too much in TikTok, like way too much.
I have a question about that. I mean, there's a
About,
term
about what?
what
that
do
is
you
related to vegetarian. I mean, if like
what?
the people that are vegetarian, like there is a term, but you could just look it up, and if it is not true, I'm sorry, but that's how I remember it. So there is a term for guys that whenever if they prefer that the girl makes the first move, if the girl wants to be the one that contacts them first and all of that, that the term that you will use for the guy will be vegetarian guy, because it's not carnivorous. He will wait for the
Oh,
other to approach, as if was in the jungle
Okay.
or something. I don't know.
No,
But
that
okay, I guess.
I mean, as I said, you can look it up, and if it is not true, I'm really sorry, but I think that's That's pretty much the whole content about it. So I was just wondering, guys, because I think we are surrounded with two vegetarian guys. I mean, I'm not sure about Diego.
Nah, I'm not like that at all.
It just
It-
happened.
like I wasn't aware that she was interested, and I thought she had a boyfriend or something. So this one day she was like, "Hey, is this your phone?" And I was like, "Yep." And she was like, and I was like, "Why?" And she was like, "No, I was just asking." And then she left. And I don't ever take pictures because I don't like do social media or anything. So like a month and a half later, I was like trying to send a receipt to my mom or something, and then I saw a picture, and it was a picture that she'd taken with my own phone, and I was like, "What?" So I reached out and I was like, "Why did you take a picture with my phone?" And then the whole thing started. But it took me like a month and a half to realize. And I think she probably thought I wasn't interested or something, but it wasn't that. It was just that I don't ever take pictures or like look at pictures or whatever. But I don't feel like I'm a vegetarian, as Anna said.
I mean, isn't the right
I
term?
don't-
Of course.
I don't really mind. Like she can make the first move or I can make the first move. It doesn't really matter. I'm fine either way.
Thank you for answering.
What about you, Diego? Prefer to make the first move or yes?
Not really. I agree with Mateo, and I think when it's meant to be, it's going to happen like either.
If you check your photos or not, if you don't check them. Which I found very interesting that you don't check your own photos. Sure.
Yeah.
So
Like what?
I prefer to make the first move, to be honest.
Oh, you see, Anna, it was all a lie.
I'm sorry, guys. I completely misunderstood.
I completely misunderstood. What about you, Anna? Do you prefer to make the first move or do you prefer to get to the guy making the first move?
I don't know anymore.
Why? What happened?
Because two episodes ago, I said that I was very comfortable doing the first move, but now with the phone situation, I just realized like no, I'm not.
Okay, we're going to call him the phone guy, and we will ask in a couple of episodes what happened, so people can continue the line of the story.
Stay tuned.
Stay tuned to know if Anna found the love of her life. Okay.
Your
But
next chapter.
I do want to say something about it. I think what I'm just taking out of this conversation, especially from the guy's point of view, is that there is no half answers. There's always, at least with my group of friends, female friends, we are always like, oh my gosh, what do you think about this? Do you think he's interested, not interested? Like, oh, maybe he is, maybe he's just busy. Nah. I'm trying to find different excuses for the person because we are trying to imagine or make us, just hallucinate that the person is interested or anything. And now out of this conversation, I just feel like, no, the answer is always, if they are interested, they will move and they will do something about it.
Yeah,
If
they
not,
will find out.
So
Or even if
girls,
you are actually busy, you will communicate that. Like, hey, I am busy, but I want you to know that I'm really like what?
And so pretty much that's the answer. Thank you, Sela. So
Excuses
everybody, if you
are a red flag. If he starts coming up with excuses, he's not interested. Just don't waste your time. Yeah.
I think the actual phrase is he's not that into you.
That's a takeout here. So I hope it's it's a good advice, and also virtual interactions are awful. I don't like to talk. That's pretty much what I just realized of my WhatsApp, and I prefer to have face-to-face conversations. I think it's easier, or a regular phone call with someone.
That's much better.
I think it's better, and at least you will know if the person is interested or not. And yeah, I don't know. That's my perception, at least.
I despise phone calls. They are really annoying. I prefer voice notes or just like if we're in a level that I actually like you, FaceTime. But phone calls, they are just no, I can't. I'm a very bad millennial in that sense. I don't like phone calls. But anyway,
that's good to know as well. So guys, if you're interested, you already know. How about Carol?
No phone calls, please. Just text. That will be great. We will finish there because we're almost running out of time. Thank you so much for coming to the podcast, guys. I really appreciate it. And I hope you come back anytime.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Thank you, Carol.
Bye.